Welcome, everybody. This is Mike Riley here from MikeRileyNow.com and host of the Uninformed States of America podcast, which you can subscribe to by going to the usapodcast.com. Tonight, I'm here on behalf of the Grassroots Democrats HQ in Los Angeles, which you can check out by going to www.grassrootsdems.org. Excellent work there. And we are here talking tonight with one of the volunteers of the Grassroots Dems. We're going to be talking a little bit tonight about the big tamale, about the presidential campaign that's coming up here real soon. So I got my man Patrick in the house. Patrick, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, Mike. How are you?
Oh man, I am doing pretty well, I suppose.
Good.
Getting ready for the big one coming up here in less than I think it's like 63 days or 64 days, something around there. Yeah, couple months down the line.
Well, you know what? Absentee ballots start going out in North Carolina next Friday, a week from today. So it's starting now.
Yeah, it's starting now. Yeah, it's starting now. You're absolutely right about that, Patrick. Thank you for that. That's why we love the Grassroots Democrats. They'll enlighten you on stuff like that. But man, so we just had our conventions. The Republicans had theirs. The Democrats, we had ours the week before. Did you get a chance to watch the convention?
I watched some of the Democratic convention. My heart and my soul can't really take too much of that Republican convention, so I watched.
I watched it, and boy, I'm just a political junkie, so I like watching stuff like that, regardless of who's talking. But boy, oh boy, it was tough. It was tough listening to all the stuff. But let me tell you, at the Democratic convention, one of my favorite parts was Michelle Obama's speech, and Michelle Obama keeps reiterating this: when they go low, we go high, type of thing. Can you tell me, you've heard that phrase before, I'm sure. What does that mean to you? And what do you think that means to us as Democrats?
Well, I mean, what it means to Michelle is that, like, you can't, in the struggle for power, you can't lose who you are, right? And that, the Republican Party, like, maybe they can be, they can break laws, they can, violate certain political norms, they can try and divide, people from each other and, like, have that work for them politically. And, like, for the Democrats, not only do we not want to do that, it doesn't work for us. We kind of have no choice but to try and make the tent as big as possible, because if what you're trying to do is sort of divide America up into tiny little pieces and sort of like who's supreme, that's just not, there's not a Democratic coalition that wins that way. That's the way minority power, and when I say minority power, I'm talking about old white people, like, can hang on to power even though they get outvoted in 6 out of the last 7 Democrat or presidential elections. So to me, what that is about is that's about, reaching out rather than, reaching out with a hand rather than a police.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well said, Patrick. Now this, you mentioned the absentee ballots and the voting and stuff like that, and numbers have to be, I think personally, have to be big this election. And you're going to be doing some postcarding for the Grassroots Democrats HQ for Biden and Harris. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been writing postcards every week with Grassroots Dems HQ now for several months. I myself host a postcarding party again through Grassroots Dems HQ every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And anybody who wants to, with these last few days that we have, just like I said, the election really does get started basically now. Get off the bench, because we need everybody. If
we do.
We sit back and go, we probably got this in the bag. Like, boy, I really hope we learned that lesson in 2016.
Yeah, that's what we thought last time. Let me ask you this: what states are you guys going to be writing into? Because the battleground states are going to count a lot in this election. Do you guys plan on doing more postcards to, like, certain places like Ohio?
So the strategy of the Grassroots Dems is the goal of the Grassroots Dems is to keep hold of the House and flip the Senate, and obviously flip the White House. And so the Grassroots Dems has chosen specific targets that, meet, 2 or more of those criteria. So they've especially got us reaching out to battleground states that have, like, swing Senate, seats up for grabs too. So that's Arizona, that's North Carolina. Right now I'm in the middle of writing a bunch of postcards to Iowa.
Check you out. Got the gear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I've been writing so many of these postcards to Iowa voters for Joe Biden and Teresa Greenfield, who's running for Senate in Iowa, and that's one of the big seats that if we can flip that one, there's a very good chance that we can flip the Senate. Because even if Joe Biden wins the presidency, which is really needed, like we have no option but to win the White House. But even if he does, if the Senate doesn't go Democratic as well, they're going to absolutely stonewall his agenda. Like there's so much work that needs to be done to rebuild the things that Donald Trump is currently in the middle of destroying. And the Senate is obstructing any sort of forward progress, much less obstructing the ability to like appoint judges, because Ruth Bader Ginsburg is 1 billion years old. Then
she's hanging on.
Right. Then it will be no presidency at all. So so that's why I'm so committed to the work that Grassroots Dems HQ is doing.
Excellent. And you know what? If you're out there listening, you can actually join my man Patrick here. Maybe on Tuesday, you can write some postcards. We're going to need all the help we can get. This is going to take a large coalition, ladies and gentlemen. So please log on to grassrootsdems.org and make sure you sign up to volunteer. Patrick, thank you so much. You are out doing the Lord's work, my friend.
Thank you, Mike. You're doing it too.
All right. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you log on to MikeRileyNow.com and check me out. All right, y'all. Peace.